I wasn't going to, but it's not wasting my vote. Hillary's the worst. I'll vote for Bernie.
What a situation. Who would have thought?
No, never, but she just keeps, she's not trustworthy, she's not likable. I have a hard time finding any reason why anyone would vote for her. So.
But the barking, you're not making a big deal out of that.
The barking, that is, as intelligent of an argument as that was and as smart as it made her look, no, that was horrible. That was humiliating.
No, you're picking on her.
No, well, you know what? If you're barking in public...
Recently, Kat Timpf achieved an unexpected feat. Online discussions have erupted in response to her direct criticism of Hillary Clinton. Some are completely horrified, while others are captivated by the drama. To be honest, many believe Hillary is probably already preparing a strong response. But Kat wasn't only at odds with her. She disputed the issues surrounding Hillary's public persona and reputation. The reaction has been ridiculous. People are either giggling in disbelief or appalled by what was said. That was not expected, and the internet conversation quickly devolved into chaos. Things rapidly got out of control, so be ready.
Hey, Catherine, what do you think her strategy is going to be now with the emails? I think she's going to rely on her gender completely.
She has an interesting strategy for avoiding having problems with scandals, and that's just she has so many of them that people are like, oh yeah, another scandal. It's not a big deal to them anymore. I really judge anybody who's still going to vote for her. She lies so much. These people must, if they trust her to be president, have very unhealthy relationships.
What about you, liberal panel? I bet you're sticking to her through the very, very end.
Before we begin, please make sure you hit the like and subscribe buttons because this story is going to get crazy. Hillary Clinton is well liked online once again, but this time it's not because of a new documentary, a book, or another email scandal. Instead, people are speaking because Kat Timpf at last said what many others were reluctant to say. She is really tired of the political establishment acting as if Hillary is still untouchable.
After Hillary Clinton's Pokemon Go to the polls joke.
I forgot about that.
Can't believe that didn't bring more millennials in. No, because I think a lot of the outreach she's had to millennials has seemed a little superficial. Obama did a really good job of going out and appearing on these shows and getting kind of the lingo, and she's trying to do the same thing. She's not really that good at it, and that's okay. You don't have to act like a millennial, like she's trying to be a millennial and a grandma and all these things. Say what you're going to do for us. Don't try to, it almost feels patronizing to see her doing this or see her on this show and acting like she's just one of us.
With her razor-sharp and sarcastic flair, Kat Timpf stepped in and said what many had been thinking for years but had never adequately spoken. Furthermore, she performed it with perfect timing and complete confidence. After being engrossed in the same political dispute since 2016, many believed that someone had at last brought some new air into the room.
And if you look at it, like you said, he's actually elevated women more so than Hillary Clinton has, I would say. And then there's, she's just running up because she's a woman. I'm a feminist. But if you look at her record, there's women that accused her husband of sexual assault and then she tore them down. So we could have plenty of this discussion on all sides, all around. But this has been what they've been focusing on with Donald Trump. So of course it's had an impact because people are just being fed it constantly. Trump sexist, these stories, this story, that story, rather than looking, I want to talk about policy.
And Hillary Clinton supporters immediately reacted. As soon as the video started to become viral, social media went crazy. People rushed through old videos, memes, interviews, and comments in an effort to save Hillary's image. The shock that went viral on the internet was difficult to see. The conversation quickly turned into a heated argument on whether Hillary is still a misunderstood political genius or just a politician who refuses to give up the spotlight.
The taxes in this country, it's not like they're not paying taxes. I mean, by some estimates, they pay 30, 40, 50% of taxes, but it's a lying cat that seems to work with this group.
Absolutely, but people aren't necessarily thinking that because Bernie said it, that Hillary's saying it. She's still connected to Goldman Sachs. There's still those speeches that everyone wants to know what they are. So it's not necessarily like he's going to be able to help her. I think that for some reason, people just say, oh, free things, free things, free things. But with her, they don't really trust her as much, which is really funny because she really can't be progressive enough. She seems almost too conservative for a lot of these voters, these Bernie voters. And they're mad about the DNC leak.
Kat Timpf's comment was portrayed as a biting, amusing criticism rather than one of outrage. She asked why the conversation was still focused on past political events and suggested that Hillary Clinton could still be connected to her earlier campaign phase. Her speech was especially notable since it was conversational and easygoing, emphasizing the point. This viewpoint holds that her argument is less concerned with outside criticism and more focused on Clinton's continued connections to past political narratives.
And I think to younger women, and polls show this too, they care a lot less about Hillary being a woman. A lot of millennials support Bernie Sanders. It's more, I think, on the older side. She's not doing as well with women as she would have expected to have done, because she's not getting younger people excited about her, even though she is a woman. She's not saying, I'm a woman, I'm going to help you with these policies necessarily. She talks a little bit about childcare and some of the things I don't know how we would necessarily pay for, but it's mostly, you're a woman, I'm a woman too. Let's sell these pink little cards. And I'm not a 3-year-old planning a birth.
Hillary Clinton could teach a course called How to Lose Elections and Still Act Like You Won. To blame everyone except yourself would be the first lesson. The second lesson would be to deny that voters may have favored someone else. Kat Timpf's comedy is notable because rather than using rage, she uses exact timing and keen wit to communicate political critique. Her open, self-aware attitude is refreshing to many viewers, making her opinion distinctive and captivating.
The polls are tightening nationally, but in the key states, Donald Trump really still has a long way to go. I can't imagine, based on everything we already know, what would have to be in these emails, in these schedules, to have people actually care. Like, I don't know, she missed the security briefing because she was throwing a bag of puppies into a river. Like, would that be enough? I don't even...
The answer was nearly predictable. After hearing Kat Timpf's sarcasm, several commentators quickly supported Hillary Clinton, seeing the joke as a serious political moment rather than a fun one. Others thought it was less funny and more like Kat had revealed unpleasant truths. Bill Clinton, on the other hand, probably just moaned and murmured, "Not again." What began as a little joke turned into days of online debate, yet Kat most likely maintained her composure the whole time. Even if some people think she's unimportant, every post she makes provokes heated online discussion, proving that she draws attention without even trying.
If you can't figure out, I'm still going to do it because I want to do it.
There's so much entitlement there.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so let's talk about this a little bit, because I actually think she's going to use those NSA emails as an excuse. And she's going to say, look at this agency. They were so cruel to me. All I wanted to do was get a secure BlackBerry, and they wouldn't let me.
Yeah, the victim again.
In the end, Kat Timpf's comments highlight a broader point. Some people continue to follow political figures long after their relevance has diminished. Instead of reviewing past political cycles, she suggests concentrating on innovation and progress. Her comedy is not so much about anger as it is about becoming weary of recurrent political narratives. She wants to know why certain well-known politicians still demand attention in this manner, as if their influence never really diminishes.
I mean, that barking thing.
Oh.
I think that should take care of all of our problems. That was great. No, that was so bad. That was one of the worst things. Yeah, that made
It was off the cuff.
That made that look normal, like the whole Howard Dean thing. But yeah, of course she should be worried. This is humiliating that it's even something she has to worry about. I mean, the Democrats just cleared everybody away because it was her time to run, and Bernie Sanders is giving her a run for her money because she's just...
Let's be honest. Hillary Clinton's sense of humor has never been acknowledged, especially when jokes are made against her. This is why Kat Timpf's timing was so flawless. Even a little amount of humor might create tension in an environment that already feels too serious and controlled. Then Kat steps in and says something. Even supporters of free speech sometimes struggle when it goes against their beliefs. Actually, she didn't actually offend anybody. She just made remarks. Even so, it can seem bigger than it really is in the present setting.
It's this slow drip of it. It's making people say, oh, emails, I think I already heard about that. Or, oh, it's so more of the same thing. And she laughs it all off. It's sickening that people don't care more, but I really don't think they do.
When will the American people, though, find abuse of power repugnant enough to say, I don't want that person running the country?
It's not going to get better when she has all of the power of controlling the free world. It's going to get worse. People should be thinking about that, but rather than actually looking into these things you're talking about, it's complicated. You have to learn things. How much easier to just say, oh, I heard that Donald Trump's a sexist. I don't like that. I'm not going to vote for him. And sadly, I think that's what a lot more people...
Kat Timpf is often seen as using satire in a broader sense, with jokes meant to highlight purported political mistakes rather than personal attacks. In this framing, popular political figures are used to symbolize the public's fatigue with recurrent political narratives. In the meanwhile, Hillary Clinton continues to be a common topic of political debate on the internet. From this angle, Kat Timpf employs humor to draw attention to that familiarity, illustrating how online culture can make even well-known political personalities seem more meme-like than serious to some viewers.
They are. I'm sure Joe Biden is feeling a little bummed that he didn't decide to. Maybe he'll jump in. Who knows? But this is insane. I mean, we didn't expect her to win New Hampshire, but she really lost. That was a bloodbath. That was humiliating. And if the fact that she's even struggling in Nevada, no matter whether she wins or loses, is reason to worry. And it's on its own.
There's a story this morning.
The whole conversation could have been impacted by one bold and clever voice. Kat Timpf is likely thrilled with how many people still don't get the message, even if others question whether she went too far. Satire has the power to both expose and cut. Her remarks were aimed not just against Hillary Clinton, but also at the idea of favoring prominent figures. You can't claim to support openness and then be against comedy when it causes problems. Kat is more than simply a commentator. She provides a real-time reality check via humor.
We also need to make sure that the really discriminatory messages that Trump is sending around the world don't fall on receptive ears. He is becoming ISIS's best recruiter. They are going to people showing videos of Donald Trump insulting Islam and Muslims in order to recruit more radicals.
Hillary Clinton should learn a little humor from Kat Timpf. In the end, history favors those who adjust over those who insist that jokes were never funny. Kat did not destroy anybody. She only reminded them that change is a constant. In a culture where commentators behave like prophets and politicians act like superstars, people needed a reality check. The message was clear, even if Hillary would never say it herself. Kat stepped in, voiced her opinion, and set a limit. Every performer has to exit the stage at some point.